boast about getting ready to start Refuel Live. Hey guys, I'm Jeff. I got my new friend here. This is Jeremy.
Hey.
If you're from Oasis campus and you're getting ready to join us tonight, man, comment below. Let us know that you're here. We'd love to see new names. We can't see your face yet, but we're looking forward to getting to see your face in a little bit. We're going to start in about 1:30. Over the course of the week, we played a little game called Which Pratt Is That on Instagram. And we had to figure out which Pratt said the following things. So we're going to do a few of those, and if you get a chance, feel free to post your answer, and then we're going to tell you how everybody turned out. So the first one's pretty simple. They said this: I see you brought sustenance for our adventure. Was that Barley Lightfoot or was it Peter Quill? 63% of you said it was Barley Lightfoot, and you were correct. So good job. The second one, what was the second one on? You remember that one?
The quote is, I was in the Navy, not the Navajo.
Oh man, was
and
that
the
Andy?
choice was Andy Dwyer or Owen Grady. 63% got it right. Owen Grady is the one who said that. Way to go.
You guys are so smart with Pratt, man. You know your Pratts, and then all of a sudden things changed a little bit, and they went to the worst. Checked out number 3. It was, okay, I'm going to get a Bowflex. I'm going to commit. I'm going to get some dumbbells. Was it actually Chris Pratt, or was it Peter Quill? And 65% of you guys said Chris Pratt, but no, it was Peter Quill.
Oh, man.
That's a bummer.
There's a second one, trick one right for that. How do I send a message to Earth? You would have thought, and many of you did, that Peter Quill said that. However, Jim Preston is the one. How do I send a message to Earth?
Who is Jim Preston? Is that one of the characters in some movie?
Passenger.
Was that from from Passenger?
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
All right, last one really quick. We'll do this one. People have told me I look like Gordon Lightfoot. Was that Chris Pratt, or was that actually Barley Lightfoot? 68% of you guys said that, but no, it was actually Chris. Welcome back to Refuel Live, guys. We're so glad that you're here, that you're putting in the time to hang out with us this Wednesday night. And so I'm seeing some names. What's up, Isaac Ray? I see Maya King's name. Hi, Maya. Glad that you're hanging out with us. Welcome back. Welcome back. Guys, we know you can be doing anything else, but you're hanging out with us on Wednesday night, and we're super stoked and happy about that. Last week, we talked about this idea that you're never alone because of what Jesus did on the cross and through Easter, that the Holy Spirit is with you even in these crazy times. And here's the thing we know. Social distancing, it's not easy, right? It's not an easy thing being stuck in your house, or even if you do get out a little bit, you got to stay far apart from people. You can't touch things, all this stuff. And especially if you're like this extrovert person, right? This person that you love to be around people. That's always not the funnest thing to do. It's something that we're kind of trying to get used to. But I got a question. How many of you guys are practicing social distancing from your siblings, right? You have your little brother, little sister, and you're like, you can't be in my room because we're social distancing here, and we don't want you around us because you annoy me because I'm around you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Maybe you're applying that social distancing to your siblings. Hopefully you're not applying it to parents and stuff like that. So what we're going to do, we're going to come right back and we're going to spend a little time seeing how well you know some other social distances with my friends Brian and Kristen. So let's have some fun.
Hi, my name is Kelly. I'm a sophomore in October.
Hello.
What's up, Kristen? Hey guys.
Welcome, guys.
Good to be back. Missed you guys last week, but good to be back.
I'm so glad you're back. Are you ready to play some social distancing? I also
I'm
don't
ready.
know if you guys saw that short little clip of one of our students. Get excited because we're going to go back to her in just a second.
Sneak peek.
Yeah, a little
Exclusive.
sneak peek there for you. Her name's Kenley. We're stoked for it. But first, we are going to play this social distancing
do
game.
it.
I don't feel like I'm socially distanced far enough from you. So, even though we're all distant from one another, you smell okay.
Okay,
Yeah, you're
good.
fine.
Okay.
Let's socially try and guess these distances. So we're going to put distances up on the screen, and you have to tell us, hey, which one makes the most sense, A, B, C, or D. So let's check out question 1. I feel like I'm going to be really bad at these. What is the total distance from Orlando, Florida to Anaheim, California?
Is that
CL though?
that's supposed to be CA? I'm guessing.
I don't know.
I'm guessing California.
I'm guessing California too. Is it A, B, C, or D?
Go ahead and throw your guesses up there.
I have no idea.
I'm gonna guess A.
Okay.
Sounds like a
I'm gonna guess
really
D just
long
because none
distance.
of the above seems right. And I am so terrible with all directions. Like, I get lost going to my house sometimes. So, what is the answer there, Jordan? Oh, B. Okay.
You said B?
2,493 miles.
Nice.
Well done. We
Nice.
didn't know, but
Nice.
glad you did. All right, let's see. What is our next question?
What is the distance from the Earth to the Sun?
I feel like I
Would
definitely
be-
learned this in 3rd grade, right?
Probably a little longer than Orlando to Anaheim.
Slightly.
A, B, C, or D, none of the above.
I'm
Give your
guessing C.
answers.
Just because that feels right.
Yeah.
C.
Yeah, C. I'll go with C as well.
Oh, okay.
I'll go with C as well.
Oh,
way
totally
off.
wrong.
Way off.
149 million. Wow. Okay, that's way less
So
than I
y'all
thought.
didn't learn that.
We did not, or I did learn it when I
I'm sure
forgot.
at some point I
3rd
learned that
grade
in
was
school.
so long ago, I
so
can't
long,
even
yeah.
do the math. It's fine. All right, what's the next question? Okay, something street, Yonge Street in Toronto, Canada, is the longest street in the world. What's its total distance? I've never even heard of that street.
Those options are so close together.
I feel like this is definitely a trick question.
I'm gonna say A
I'm going with B
because I know
because I want to be different.
this answer.
Okay.
Didn't know the
C,
answer.
great. We
Didn't know
both
the
got it
answer.
wrong. I hope some of you at least got it right.
You said C. Great job.
My word.
Great
We're bad at
job.
this game. But it's okay. I hope you guys are having fun, or at least guessing. Alright, let's see.
True or false? Miami, Florida is closer to Brazil than it is to Washington State.
True.
I'm gonna say true on that one as well. I'm gonna say true, and
Yes.
it's true. A. Good job.
Yes.
You said true.
Florida
Good
and Brazil
job.
are really not that far
Yeah.
away, and the U.S. is huge.
Yeah.
Alright, what's the next question? Who holds the world record for long jump with a total distance of 8.95 meters? That is such a long jump.
I believe I know the answer to
Do
this.
you?
I think it's A.
None of those names even
Carl
sound familiar
Lewis
to me.
holds a lot of records in
Carl
track
Lewis.
and field, so I'm gonna go A.
Alright, I'm gonna go.
Oh,
I was gonna say
some guy
A,
I've
but I
never heard
didn't
of.
say anything. That's fine. Mike Powell, well done. 8.95 meters.
It's a long ways.
That is a long way. Wow, that's like half a pool length. Alright.
In 2013, let's go.
Go for it.
Ashrita Furman,
Yeah, that's
Navy,
right. Uh-huh,
set the
for
record
sure.
for riding a blank underwater for a total distance of 1.3 miles. That was a very confusing question.
I'm sorry.
So fill in the blank is
I'm
what
just
this question's going to
Picturing
be.
someone riding a unicycle underwater.
Let's
and,
go. I'm going tricycle. Why not?
I think it's a submersible scooter. Yeah, for sure.
I'm going C.
Oh, it was a unicycle.
That
Okay,
is
well,
impressive.
That's
That-
weird. You know,
that
I
is
saw a
impressive.
unicycler here at church once.
I couldn't ride it 1.3 feet on land.
Me either.
And that's underwater.
I'm pretty sure I couldn't even get on a unicycle, so that's fine. Was that our last one, or do we have one more? All right. Okay. I don't. Yep. This place in Dubai is the
Yes.
world's tallest building in the world, because it's the world's tallest in the world, with a total height distance of 828 meters. What's the second tallest building in the world? A, B, C, or D? We've got one in New York City, Hong Kong, Shanghai, or Dubai.
I think it's C, but not totally positive.
Okay, well,
I think it's C.
let's see if
Going
you're right.
Shanghai.
I don't
Because
have
I
a
think
guess.
that used to be the tallest.
Oh,
yes.
well
yes.
done. All
I
right.
got one and I actually knew it. I am
That's
quite
very
proud of
impressive.
myself. I couldn't read the question.
Did I guess
But
right?
I could-
think maybe. But I don't even think I guessed any right. No, like we got the true. We got
We
a
did,
true false.
we did,
I
we
hope
did.
you guys did so much better than we did. I see a bunch of C's, so well done, guys. Super proud of you. We are, again, so glad that you are here with us tonight, and we wanted to take you back to that sneak peek of the video that you saw earlier. This is a message from Kinley Lewis at our Nocatee campus.
Hi, my name is Emily. I'm a sophomore at Nocatee campus, and today I'll be sharing my testimony. So my accepting Jesus story isn't anything elaborate. I was raised in the church. My dad worked in ministry, so growing up, I was at the church more than a normal kid. I accepted Christ on Christmas when I was 6, and then I started to live the typical minister's kid life. I was at church every single Sunday and Wednesday without a doubt. I was in kids' chorus and practically knew everyone, but my perfect world came crashing down. It came crashing down on July 24th, 2011. They discovered my dad had testicular germ cell cancer, which is a 90% curable cancer, but my dad fell into the 10%. He died a little over a year later on August 1st, 2012. I barely got to see my mom or my dad throughout that year because I lived with my grandparents, so it was really difficult for me. And honestly, I don't know how people get through a situation like that without having God as their rock and their foundation and their person to lean on, because in that period of time you really feel like you have no one. And I really thought that was like my story, that was gonna be my story, and it wasn't. It's not over now, and it wasn't over then. I lost 3 of my 4 grandparents in the next couple years and moved from a small town in North Georgia to Ponte Vedra, Florida. This was really the first time I had moved that I could remember, so I really had to start all over again, which was rough at first, but yet the only thing that kept me going was my trust that God had a plan for my life and that he was going to work it out to glorify him in some way, shape, or form. And that's something I've had to continue to learn, is that God's going to use whatever you're going through to glorify him, even if it feels like the whole world's tumbling down around you and crashing down at your feet. God has a plan, and he's going to use whatever you're going through to glorify him and for his bigger plan. So, yeah.
Hey guys, thank you, Kenley, so much for sharing your testimony. That was great. And if anyone else out there has a testimony that they want to share, please feel free to send it in, email it to us, 2 minutes or less. Record your testimony. We'd love to share that with the rest of the students if you want to do that. That's a great way for us to be bold in our faith, to strengthen other people in their faith, and hopefully even bring people to Christ through your testimony. So we want to give you guys that opportunity. So thank you, Kenley. And we are going to get into our lesson for tonight. Tonight we're going to talk about the words love and hate, and we're going to kind of camp on those 2 words tonight. And so, but before we get into that, anyone feel any tension in their house right now, being stuck in your house for so long? What we want to do, I want you guys to comment the best emoji or the best word that best represents any type of tension that you may feel in your house. Maybe with siblings, maybe with parents, but give your one word or an emoji that kind of gives us a picture into what is going on in your house right now as far as tension goes. And what we're going to talk about tonight, as you do that, we're going to talk about love and hate and how we use these words. And one thing in particular is how we use those words when the tensions get heightened. Do we use those words a little bit differently when there's tension in the air, when we're emotionally involved in a conversation or in a situation? How do those words come out? And because we need to be very careful with our words as Christians as we try to shine the light of Jesus to those around us. But when we're in tension, when there's things going on, it can be really hard, and we so easily sometimes throw around the words love and hate, right? We can so easily use hurtful sounding words. Some of them maybe not quite as important, but some of them can be hurtful to people. But we could say things like, I hate doing homework, or I hate Brussels sprouts, or I hate Bieber, or I hate cats or dogs, or whatever your preference is on your pets. We can use that word so easily sometimes. And what's so sad is when because we're so used to using that word so much, that it can actually be directed towards people when we're emotionally tied into something or in a relationship or a conversation. And so we got to be careful about using that word so much. But then on the flip side, we can use the word love. And this is actually in the script, love Lucky Charms, but that is actually true. I love Lucky Charms. I have a box in my house right now that's almost empty, and it's making me sad because it's hard to get out of the house right now. We could love Marvel movies, or if you're like me, you could love Batman movies because they're way better. Go Batman. But you get the idea, right? We can throw these words around so easily, and sometimes we don't stop to think about the importance of those 2 words, in particular in a relationship to Jesus. But particularly the word love, it's so important in our culture. Most of the biggest movies in the movie theater are a love story, right? Or the books that you read, most of the time, even the big action everyone dies in the movie, there's still some kind of love story going on in it. We just saw this on National Treasure for our Netflix party, a little bit of a love story intermingled into that story. Love songs always top the charts, right? In America, we spend $20.7 billion on Valentine's Day. That is a lot of money to celebrate love. And so love is so important. But anyone notice, and I want you guys to respond, anyone notice an increase of people complaining on social media during these times? It seems to happen more often on Twitter and Facebook, but I know I have seen it. There's so much negativity out there, and social media is an easy way for people to spit that out and to put that out into the world. And the word love or the word hate comes up a lot, and people just hating on things and hating on people. Worst of all, someone can make a simple post or a video or a TikTok or something, and then just all this hatred just comes out. So we got to be really careful about that. And most of us have opinions on everything and on everyone. And we got to be so careful about how we use these words when we express our opinions on people. But if love is such a big deal, why does hate, and specifically hating on people, seem to be such a natural part of our society? Why is it so easy to hate in our society? And I want to hear your feedback on this. What are your thoughts? Share those with us. But one of the ways that hatred in our hearts gets most expressed is through gossip. Right? We are all, every single one of us here, watching live in this church, every single one of us is guilty of participating in gossip at some point. Some more worse than others. Some of us may not struggle with it as much as others. Some of us may really struggle with it, but gossip is such an easy way for us to express hatred to people and get other people to hate a specific person through gossip. And it's so easy to tear others down when we gossip. So because we know that it's our natural tendency sometimes to hate or to tear people down to build ourselves up, we always got to be careful about how we're talking about others. And reasons we talk about others and gossip about others is, one, we feel insecure ourselves, right? Maybe we do it to fit in. Maybe there's some kind of competitive advantage where we get raised up above the other people when we gossip or put them down. There could also be, we could do it innocently and not even realize that we're gossiping. So we just always got to be aware of what we're saying to people, how we're talking about people, whether it's online, in person, whatever it is, we got to be very careful. So the main teaching point for this session is recognize the impact gossip can have. It has major impact, and I bet we've all been impacted by gossip in one way or another in our life, especially at school, right? I'm sure stories have come back to you about people talking about you, and it hurts, and we got to remember the impact that it has. Isn't it true that although gossip is a naturally accepted part of our culture, there's something inside all of us that knows it's not good? Even if it's so easy to jump into, we know it's not good, and that's the Holy Spirit prompting us to change our ways, to change our hearts, to change what we talk about. And in the Bible, we're going to look at a verse in Ephesians tonight. And in the Bible, we get to the book of Ephesians. And the Ephesians is written to the church in Ephesus. And this city of Ephesus was super busy, full of culture, diverse, all kinds of religions. And when you have a town or a city or a culture like that with a whole bunch of people brought in together, gossip is such an easy thing to fall into. So Paul writes to the Ephesians church, to the church in Ephesus in Ephesians 4:29. He writes, "Do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouths." Do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouths. This is a phrase that we should carry with us every day, in every conversation, in every interaction on social media. Whatever it is, do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouths, because it can rot friendships, break relationships, ruin reputations, and it can just cause so much hurt and pain because we're so easy to, again, throw around words like hate, and it's so easy to gossip. So we just need to be aware And later, we're going to continue this this conversation in just a little bit. But before we get to that, we're going to get a little deeper later. But we want to bring Pastor Jeff, and he wants to introduce you guys to a new face in our Chet Students family. So check this out.
Yep. 15 seconds. Are you guys ready? Yep. Sweet. Bring the volume down, and here we go.
Hey guys, thank you so much, Brian, for sharing the first part of our teaching. Hope you guys will stick around as we continue to have some more teaching on this great subject. I want to introduce you this guy. So first, before I do that, if you go to the Oasis campus, Oasis Church, that's about to join in with North Campus, let us know who you are. Say your name in the comments, and that you go there. We'd love to see you guys and say hi to Jeremy, and let our other students and even Chet students know who you are, because we're going to build this family thing together, and we can't wait to meet you guys together. But I want to introduce you guys. This is Jeremy Higgin. He's the pastor of Oasis Church, and their church just voted to partner and be a part of the Chet's Creek family. So we're super excited. Yeah, we can cheer for that. Yeah. So we're pumped. And hopefully when this whole coronavirus thing is over with, we'll actually get to make this whole thing official, and we'll be one big, awesome, combined North Campus powerhouse over there. And so as a part of that transition, Jeremy is going to be wearing multiple hats, but one of the hats he's going to get to wear is he's going to be working with our student ministry and offer some leadership in the student ministry at North Campus. He's got years of experience with student ministry. And so what I want to do is I want to ask him a couple normal questions, and then we're going to have a little fun with you guys, seeing if you can do a better interview than Jeremy.
Sounds good.
Because he's pretty
Let's
good.
do
So,
it.
but before we do that, I forgot something at the beginning. So if it's cool,
Yeah.
I'm going to take a 30-second break and do something. I heard that tomorrow, one of our Chet students, Max Young, is having a birthday. And so we're going to sing happy birthday.
That's awesome.
Is that cool?
How old is Max going to be?
Max,
Do we know?
Max, I think you're going to be 18, right? Is it
18?
17 or 18? I think it's 18.
All
Is that right? If Max is here, post your age, Max. And so we can't wait to see. He's a junior, so I'm thinking between 17 and 18, depending on how he is in the age of year. So we're going to sing happy birthday to Max. Normally we do it crazy style, but we realized that that just blows the speakers up. And so I'm going to bring in our friend Kristen Pepe, who has a great birthday song, and she's going to help lead us with Max. She doesn't even know I'm going to do this.
That's
I just
right.
totally
That's right.
did this out of the blue. But she had this great restaurant birthday song, right?
Yes, I
So
thought
we're
we were
gonna
going to
sing this
whisper sing though.
No, we're going to sing it, but quietly, so we don't blow everyone's ears up. But you're going to have to help us lead it.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah, I'm totally embarrassing her right now. She had no idea this was going to happen.
Listen, if you knew my dad, you'd understand I don't get embarrassed.
Yes, that's
fine.
true.
All right.
But she is wearing an amazing Easter dress because she gets to wear
Thank
Easter.
you.
It's awesome.
Thank you. All right, let's go.
All right, here we go. Ready?
All right. Happy birthday, happy day to you. We wish it was our birthday so we could party too. Happy birthday, Max!
Happy
Way to go,
birthday,
Max.
Max! Happy
Happy
birthday!
birthday.
Hope you're having a good one. Max, you're 17, so yay,
Nice.
awesome to that.
That was
So,
great.
happy birthday, Max, but let's get back to this guy right here, Jeremy. So Jeremy, really quick, tell us a little bit about yourself, your family, how long you do ministry, and all those things really fast, and let the Chet family know who you are,
Yeah,
man.
my name's Jeremy again. I've been married to my wife Janine about 21 years.
Awesome.
I have 2 boys, a 9th grader named Zach and a 6th grader named Ryan.
Like almost the same age as
Yeah,
mine.
they're real close.
Yeah,
So
I
it's
got
pretty
a
awesome.
fifth.
So we live in the north side of Jacksonville, and we're excited to be there. We moved there about 11, 12 years ago and started Oasis Church. And so we've been excited to be a part of that. And before that was involved in youth ministry down in South Florida. That's why I'm repping the Cane. We got that represent going on there. But
There you go.
excited for that, and just excited again just to join in with Jets. And
Awesome, man.
Look forward to get to meet all you guys.
That's cool. So maybe share really quick, just kind of what's the one thing like you're so totally stoked or excited about in this whole process of kind of being a part of the Chet's family and we're moving together,
I
this
think-
thing together.
I think again it just shows that this mission is much bigger than
Yeah.
any single one of us.
Yeah.
And anytime that we get to partner together and team up, man, how many more people can we reach
Yeah,
when we
that's
work
cool.
together versus working on our own? So I'm looking forward to just again meeting everybody and then continue to reach people in North Jackson
Yeah.
and around North Florida. So
Yeah, man. It's going to be a
super
powerhouse
excited.
campus, North Campus. It's going to be awesome. So we're excited to have Jeremy joining us and then joining the Chet's family. We can't wait to meet all of our new Oasis people that are going to be part of the North Campus and get to know you guys and develop a relationship with you. So here's what we're going to do, guys. We're going to have a little interview process, and what I want you to do is I'm going to ask some questions. We scoured the internet and we found the best interview questions that are actually for when you have jobs. Like they're not really normal interview questions, but they're actually job interview questions. And so we're going to ask Jeremy these questions. And what we want you guys to do is comment your answer, and then as we do this, we might find an answer that we're like, that answer is better than this one. And you know, sadly, if one of you guys does really, really well, we may have to hire you instead of Jeremy stepping that spot.
Right.
We don't want to do that because we think he's going to do a way better job than the rest of us. But we're going to ask questions. So here's the first question. You guys share with us your answers as well. Question number 1. Here we go. Jeremy, what is your personal opinion about garden gnomes?
Garden gnomes. Way more. More is better.
Fill it up, right?
That's right. Get
Every
a
little
bunch
red
of them,
bin over
front
hat.
yard, backyard, side
Boom.
yard, neighbor's yard.
I heard he has 25 of them at his house right
That's
now.
right.
So do not go break them.
Don't get it.
Or because he's going to be upset, he wants more. So
That's right.
But I would love to know, what is your opinion about garden gnomes? If you have that, let us know. We'll see what you got. Here we go. Question number 2. What is the main thing right now we would find in your refrigerator?
Oh, the main thing would be coffee and leftovers.
Coffee. So like cold coffee, like
Yeah,
cold
yeah,
brew?
iced coffee. Yeah, the cold brew.
Do you have
definitely.
Easter leftovers?
No, had no Easter leftovers. They're
Oh,
gone.
man.
Yeah, that's it. So.
Yeah. Eden loves garden gnomes. I did see someone said they're scary. Haley said they're scary. Someone else said they're creepy. Caroline Earl said they're creepy. They're always watching you, James. I agree with you, James. Definitely. All right. Question number 3, and you guys answer this question for me as well. Jeremy, you've been given a tiger. You can't give it away. You can't sell it. What do you do with it, man?
Well, you got to play games with it. You got to keep it active. So
Keep it active.
put some sardine oil on yourself.
Oh, there we
A little
go.
hide and seek.
Yeah.
And hey, if the tiger wins, you don't.
Oh,
And,
there it
you
is.
The tiger loses.
The
So.
sardine oil tiger
Whatever
challenge.
it takes,
That's pretty
whatever
good.
it takes.
That's amazing. All right.
New camp game. I think
Yeah,
it should
there
be
you
good,
go.
so
All right.
We'll work on that.
All right, here's one that I know you guys will want. Kaya has lots of pickles in her fridge.
Ooh,
Oh, that's
gross.
good. I like pickles. You like pickles?
No, pickles are
man.
nasty.
It's like one of those 50-50 things.
Leave them
okay.
off the Chick-fil-A.
Here's a good question. If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Man. Well, I'm a short guy, so definitely would love to be tall,
Be
love
tall.
to be big, to be able to
You're
just
like
get
the guy
taller.
that's Ant-Man that can grow
Yeah,
giant?
I like Ant-Man. I
That kind of
relate to
thing?
Ant-Man,
Gotcha.
especially as he got bigger. That's a dream. Never been able to slam dunk, would never be
Oh.
able to, even on a 6-foot rim, I'd need a trampoline.
Oh,
So
man.
I'm pretty short. So, but definitely taller. Definitely leaping buildings. Superman.
Yeah.
The Hulk when he's big and can jump. That'd be me.
Gotcha.
That'd be me.
That's a good one. That's a
Yeah,
good one.
yeah.
Anybody else? Give it some cereal and do a photo shoot. All right. I like that one. I like it, Riley. I like that. Give it cereal and do a photo shoot. Dang. Really? You guys are awful.
Love the time.
Anyway,
a lot of
flight
flight.
or
Yeah, a
flight?
lot of people like to fly.
Oh, they want to fly. Yeah.
for sure.
I would choose flying.
Okay.
I would love to fly. And plus, it would make it a lot cheaper to go home and visit family.
That's
so
right. That's
I'm not
right.
sure how fast I could fly. All right, here's another question. We're going to get a little personal.
Okay.
Do you sing alone in your car? And if so, what's your jam?
Oh man, definitely sing alone in the car. Big 80s
There we
rock
go.
guy.
Who's your band?
Guns N' Roses, Poison.
okay.
I'm kind of singing along with them, and the louder you turn it up, the better singer you are.
Yeah.
So I mean, you got to crank it up.
Absolutely.
You
I
gotta
like
sing
that.
out
I
loud,
like
so
that.
for
What
sure.
is your jam in the car, guys? What do you turn it to? I know what some of you guys would listen to, but we would love to know. All right, what's the last thing you watched on TV?
Oh my goodness! Last thing I watched on TV, we are into Picard. We're watching on
Okay.
CBS
So
Access.
you're a Trekkie, huh?
Well, more
or-
Star Wars,
or
but
I can't do it.
sci-fi guy.
Can't do
Yeah,
it. I
I
can't do
enjoy
it. I
that.
can't.
So
I
we're
can't do it.
watching.
I can't do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I can't do it
I can do
either.
it with my left
I can't
hand.
do it either.
Look, I can do it with my left hand.
And my pointing
Left
ears.
hand, I can do it.
don't
Right
have
hand,
that.
I
Jordan's
cannot.
got it.
Jordan's
Nice.
such a track.
Man, that's awesome.
You are such a Trekkie.
That's awesome.
You're such a Trekkie. All right. All right. This is going to determine our friendship completely.
Uh-oh. No pressure.
Who would win in a fight between Spider-Man and Batman?
Definitely Spider-Man.
That's why I knew.
I mean, Batman.
Jeremy Higdon was my favorite.
Is
person
even
on the
Batman a
planet.
superhero?
I
He's
know.
a rich guy.
Batman
with
is
gadgets.
just a guy that's rich that
With
has a lot of
gadgets,
money
yeah.
and gadgets,
I mean,
right?
for sure.
He has
Spider-Man.
no superpower.
He's got it all.
Spider-Man got bit by a radioactive spider
No doubt.
and can crawl on buildings and apparently has the strength of a spider, which I didn't realize was that great because when you stomp on them, they don't just like
Right.
push you off.
You would wonder if
they
like
get
a
squished.
lot more spiders came out. If
Yeah,
they're, like, pregnant,
yeah,
right?
but
So-
he's awesome.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, definitely
good deal,
Spider-Man.
good deal. All right, here's a really weird question I found. Mateo, Spider-Man, you're my friend. Eden, you are also my friend. Anyway, Brian is not. He loves Batman. I love Batman too. I really do. I especially like Lego Batman. He's pretty funny. Okay, this is the weirdest question I found on an interview process. A penguin who can talk walks through the door right now wearing a sombrero. What's the first thing he says?
Which way are the chicken nuggets? Right? I mean, what else is gonna say? He's looking for that.
What?
Which way? Which way? He thought it was Taco Tuesday, but it's Wednesday. so
Okay, which
the
are the
next
chicken
best
nuggets?
thing.
Is like, give me
So-
some Chick-fil-A right now.
That's
That
right.
penguin
That's
loves
right.
his Chick-fil-A.
Hook it up. Hook it up. So
That's true. It is not Taco
That
Tuesday.
is a
It's Wacky
random-
Wednesday. So
that is a
Ooh,
random
ooh, ooh.
question. Wow.
Wait, hold on.
Man.
Sonari. Check it out.
Batman would not fight Spider-Man. He would attack. Sorry.
Take him home.
That is the quote of the night. I
That's
like it.
hilarious.
That's really good. Okay, last one. Cat or dog person, and why the one you chose is a superior species?
Cat or dog person? Well, actually we're both now, but definitely dogs.
Okay.
Because dogs are your friends, and no matter what happens, the dog's going to love you.
Yeah.
No matter what, you forget to feed it, forget to take care of it. The dog's just happy to be there
love
with
you even if he's
He's just
starved to
happy
death,
you're
right?
there. Like, you know
Yeah.
what? I'm there. The cat
Absolutely.
can't make it happen.
Yeah, that's
They can
true.
do its own
That's true.
thing. So.
That's true. Well, hey guys, we really want you to get to know Jeremy. We hope that over the course of the coming weeks and months ahead, when we get a chance to finally be together as a family physically, you guys will get to know them, especially at the North Campus, get to know him and his kids and his wife. And we're excited about this partnership. It's going to be amazing.
No doubt.
And we can't wait to see what God's going to do on the north side of Jacksonville. So I want to introduce back a guy that you met last week for the first time. I call him Will of Thrill, but Will Dunlap is going to join us, and he's going to finish out our teaching segment tonight as you join us. So you guys.
What is up, everybody? Hey, so glad we're back. Hey, if you're part of the Oasis or North Campus, hopefully you enjoy that with Pastor Jeremy. He's a great dude, and hopefully there'll be some fun up there. Hey, we're going to hop right back in. We're almost done, so hang with us. We're going to hop right back into our lesson that Brian started for us. We're going to end it. Brian mentioned earlier, he kind of talked on the love and the hate words, right? And what all that really means, especially in our culture today, right? And he also mentioned that sometimes destructive words like gossip or whatever relates to gossip isn't always caused by the tension in our surroundings. Sometimes it relates back to us, right? And Jesus talked about this in Mark 7:15. He says, "It's not what goes into your body that defiles you. You are defiled by what comes from your heart." And according to Jesus, what comes out of your heart says a lot about you, right? And when things like gossip or whenever we talk bad about people, whenever that stuff happens, it shows something about us, right? And it doesn't really show the best picture of Jesus in our hearts. And here's the thing: more than words you speak, it's about the motivation that causes you to say certain things or participate in certain conversations. It's really an issue of your heart, and it all goes back to your heart, right? Just as Brian said earlier, it really does. It's really a heart and a love issue. And Brian shared the first part of Ephesians 4:29. I just want to finish it off really quick. It says, "Do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouths, but only what is helpful for building others up according to their needs, that it may benefit those who listen." In other words, right, what Paul is saying, he's saying what you say about others says a lot about how you follow Jesus. And you may be thinking like, yeah, that makes sense, right? But what does that exactly really mean? when we follow Jesus, right, we spend time with him, right? We grow in God's word through a quiet time. And we grow in God's word, and we that's how we follow Jesus, right? And here's the thing. Paul could have reminded the people of Ephesus of anything, right? Of anything. And but he chose to remind them to lift people up, because people are important. And we all need people in our life, right? We all need people. People need people, and people need each other. And here's the thing. We all need each other right now, especially in this coronavirus stuff, whatever is going on. We're all at home alone, right? People need each other right now. And so here's the thing. We all know that choosing to build people up rather than share bad or hate news is easier said than done. And I want to pose a question and put it in the comments and share with us your thoughts. But what are some ways you're showing love to people right now? Maybe it's by sending them a text saying, hey, I'm thinking about you today. Or what are some ways you're showing love? Maybe it's sharing good news on social media, right? Social media, there's a lot of junk on there, right? But maybe it's sharing some good news. Or maybe it's throwing posting a throwback pic of times with friends, right? And here's the thing. I saw Jeff's throwback pic. Looked super young, looked just like Slayton, and pretty ballin'. Or maybe it's calling or FaceTiming someone, right? Whatever that looks like for you, what are some ways you can show love, right? What are some ways you can love people around you? Even in this time, even throughout all this, what are some ways you can show love to people? And when we love people, the goal is always to point them back to Jesus, right? When we love people, the goal is always to point them back to Jesus. So may that be your heart in this season. Let's pray, and then we will do some giveaways and close it out. Let's pray. Jesus, thank you for today. God, we thank you for who you are, and God, we praise you for that. And Father, I just pray, Lord, that in the midst of this coronavirus, and we're all alone in our houses, Lord, may we choose to love people and choose to see the best in people, God. Even when they're rude or mean to us, God, may we choose to see the best in people and to love the people. And so, Lord, we just pray that over our students, God, today. And Lord, may that change their hearts going forward. And so, Lord, we love you and we thank you. Amen.
Guess what time it is?
Woo-hoo, it is giveaway time. That's right. That's right.
Giveaway. That was creepy. I'm sorry. I won't do that next week. So we do have some giveaways. We wanted to showcase what they're going to be tonight. Obviously, we have our always Sanel. Interestingly enough, I think that people are coming up to the third floor to take them, because what was the giant filled box is now like 12.
They're slowly
So,
going
they're
away.
slowly going
That's
away.
amazing.
So
Sanitizer of champions.
the sanitizer champions. And our first prize is going to be
Ooh,
bathtub finger paint soap. Isn't that exciting? All right.
it's gonna be delightful. It's
Yes.
gonna be awesome.
We are so excited. Let's see who will win
Listen
our
for
first
your
prize. The second prize is going to be toilet paper. Woohoo,
All right,
toilet paper.
so for the finger paint bath soap, here we go. We got our names going, and the
Yay.
wheel's going around, and it's going to be Taylor
Taylor
J.
J.
Way to go, Taylor J. You got
Is
the.
that a leader? Or is that if you're a leader or a student? We don't know. But if it's Taylor John, thanks for watching. If you're another Taylor, that's awesome. We're so excited.
Way
You
to
actually
go.
do get a Starbucks gift card.
Nice.
So we'll send that to you. All right, let's check out our next winner.
Here we go. This is for the toilet paper, and it's going to go. Hopefully you need it. To
Kenley!
Lewis.
Wow!
There we
You
go. That's
shared your
awesome.
testimony, and now we're giving you something to wipe your butt. Yay!
Congratulations.
But
Winner,
you
winner.
actually do get a Starbucks gift card as well. So
That's
enjoy
awesome.
that.
We'll come in.
Yes, all right. Sorry. Sometimes live TV is weird,
That's
and I
right.
shouldn't just keep my mouth shut.
Well,
but
yeah.
I want you guys to think about what would it look like if each and every one of us chose to love. and let love be what we're all about right now. What would happen in your relationships if instead of judging people or being hateful, you chose to love? Imagine if you were known as a person that pointed people to Jesus because of your constant encouragement. How would that look different for your life, and what would change in the lives of other people around you?
I think that's so important what you said, is that it is a choice. Like, we get to choose what we're going to be about, whether it be about love or it be about hate, whether it be about building people up with our words or tearing them down. And so this week, let's don't say the rest of your life, but let's say, what about this week?
Okay.
What if we said we're going to be unconditional and non-judgmental in our love? And that would mean not only what we say, but before we hit post, we'll make sure again that we're texting and typing words that are loving. And because we know again that the words that we have are going to point us to someone, and we want our words to point us to Jesus. And we want to encourage you, for all of us, to be a people who would point others to Jesus with words of love. Why? Because he is love itself.
That's so good. So before we go, guys, as you saw, we had the 60-second video on our Instagram, but we also have another 60 seconds with Jeff for you. So check this one out.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another 60 Seconds with Jeff. We have another Chet student with us. Her name is Kaya Getz. Kaya, tell us your grade, where you go to school, and what campus you attend.
I go to North Campus. I'm 16 years old, and I am a sophomore in high school, and I'm homeschooled.
How long have you been going to Chet's?
I'm going for 15 years, so as long as I've been in Florida.
What's your favorite part about church?
My favorite part about church would have to be all the connections you make and all the friendships you make with the people that are also walking with Christ.
In one sentence, what do you want to do with your life?
I want to serve and help people and hopefully become a doctor.
What's your favorite Bible verse?
Romans 8:28.
Any favorite candy?
Peanut M&Ms.
What is your favorite thing you'd like to do that Chet students does all year long?
Very close, but I would have to put mission trips on top of camp.
Hey guys, you just met Kaya Getz. Get to know her, find out how you can connect with her on social media, whatever it is. But thanks for spending another 60 seconds with Jeff.
All right, well, way to go, Kaya, on that video. Way to go.
We love you, Kaya.
60 Seconds with Jeff. We want to interview and feature as many Chet students as possible.
Yep.
So we would need to either have you leave a comment right here if you're interested in being interviewed and having that 60-second video with Jeff to be done, or you can text Jeff your name, and you can text what campus you're a part of. Text that to 870-761-2009. 870-761-2009. That's Jeff's number, and I think he said anytime, right? Anytime, a day or night.
I heard that.
Go ahead and make sure you get that to him
Doesn't mean
as well.
he'll answer you day or night, but you can text him whenever. If you're interested in sharing your testimony, you can let us know that as well. And we are going to hop off, so make sure that you tune in for the campus Zoom chats right now. We would love to see you guys on there, so check them out.